Hey everybody, this is Redo, and we are back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We kind of struggled to beat even Mom's heart with Cain. Now we're gonna try Judas on hard. It did occur to me, I've mentioned several times that if a theoretical Isaac 2 was gonna be made, there might be an interesting, moving of the timeline forward, having Isaac being older, maybe being the parent, being the hero coming to save his kids. What hadn't occurred to me as a possibility until just a moment ago was maybe make a prequel instead. Since this game is all about the edgy, dark imagery, there is a lot of sense around the idea of playing as Mom, maybe a slightly younger Mom, or maybe just the mother right before she goes crazy, with the implication in being that by the time you are fully done with the game, Mom has gone insane and is hearing the voice of Dogma and being affected by it. Perhaps in a prequel story you would instead have a situation where she's fighting completely different enemies and Dogma just swoops in at the end to trick her. So she's fighting monsters that don't have any kind of religious relation, or she's fighting demons that look completely different, and she does not realize that Dogma is one of them. Or she sees things from just a completely different perspective, and her perception is that Dogma is right and Isaac is in danger. Or even that Isaac has been taken over by a demon and possessed. All of those could be angles for it. There is certainly a danger, I think, to maybe Edmund McMillen if he was to make a game in that vein, in that it is almost a acceptance that he has at least the possibility of becoming his own real world mother. And I don't think too many kids of parents who have mental problems want to think about that or want to believe that to be true. But yeah, it could be a whole cycle. But that is also kind of a very true narrative, that most abusive parents were abused by themselves, and there is this sliding scale, frankly, in history, in which what is totally, almost uncontrovertibly considered abuse in 2021 was not particularly considered abuse at all in, say, 1900. So there's been several generations of parents who were messed up and abused mentally, I think even way more than physically, in just what they were taught and how they were treated, and how they were expected to act. So, yeah, that really would be the ultimate repentance here, is that Isaac has to come to terms that maybe Mom is not 100% this snarling evil character that is just trying to stomp you with her foot. That she has real mental problems that led her to do the actions. And even from her own perception and the way the story is told, it seems fairly obvious that she believed she was saving the soul of Isaac. So like, it's not to admit that she on some way is right, it's just to admit that her desire comes from a pure loving place, even if the implementation of it is completely wrong. And that sometimes you have to step outside of your emotions of an event, and it's very easy to do this since this is just a made-up story, and but yeah, you have to step outside and look from a more objective perspective. Otherwise you'll constantly be too blinded by your own emotions to gain new insight. And at the end of the day, I guess gaining insight is the only thing you can hope for anybody to do in many situations. And sure, Isaac kind of plays that theme very well. Every time you play Isaac, you're gaining knowledge about the game. You're gaining some insight. So if you were going to make a similar game to this, where you played over and over again and got better at the game, there is definitely a thought where every run would have unlocked perhaps one more sentence in the story, or every time you beat a new boss it reveals some new revelation in the story. And we do get that in incredibly small doses in Isaac, but you have to beat basically the lamb or blue baby to get to the end to see those endings. And so those 17 endings that you unlock are kind of the revelation of the story, and most of them don't even really reveal anything and are actually just notifications that you've unlocked a new item. It's not until you get to the very late Wrath of the Lamb ending 16-17 that you start to actually see a ending to a story. And then when you get to the ending of Repentance, it's at that point you kind of have a full video ending that's still incredibly short, but it does highlight a much more polished attempt to wrap up the events and tell what's happening, where the game has been up until this point in its endings and expansions fairly subtle about what's happening and telling a very simplistic kind of story. But even at that, the simplistic story is a story being told by Isaac himself, so it's not super surprising. Well, I think you take this and potentially get another life. And then I think you can't really afford Infested Baby. Had that been 9 lives, there might have been more to consider there. And then we've got another room to check out, and the key to go into the shop, so as long as we can get a couple of coins, I think we would be fine. I guess it's questionable though, maybe we won't actually end up getting a couple coins. And I'm being very careful here not to walk on the creep, and I'm sure I'll start to get a little lackadaisical and accidentally start stepping on things. Yeah, it would be interesting if there was metrics in this game that told you specifically how much of your damage is from each character. I know there is a bestiary that unlocks later in later expansions telling you about the characters. I don't know if that tells you how many times they've killed you or you've taken damage from them. Whereas Rogue Legacy is kind of great about that, where at your end of a run, if you beat the game, it shows you like every time you've, I think, killed them, the bad guys, so throughout the game. But I kind of think more stats is always nice. Here we have a disconnected Gemini, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be killing the fast-moving guy that gets winded or the baby first. I think you're probably supposed to try and kill the baby first. It may not really matter. Yeah. Notice how he kind of just bounces around when you hit him. That was slow. And let's see, we could go with Bloody Penny, but I could only imagine that working if we had more of an assistance. Oh, darn it. Or more health. Like each of these could potentially give you one more coin if you could pick them up, but I'd practically have to find a sacrifice room and try and use that. And then the super secret room is not being shown, so it'd be very hard to find it, whereas the secret room almost certainly is here, which is probably good because we don't actually have a key to get into the shop. And I kind of love it when secret rooms are directly below rooms I want to go into. Right, so we'll take item martyr. And we pretty much can't take anything else. So we'll have to just hope that that works for us. We clearly would like something like the Relic or maybe Dark Bum, something like that, that would give us a high number of soul hearts. We definitely have a problem with this character. Starting with fairly low life, and that's something that just kind of constantly gets worse and worse as you go down the line of characters to play as. So if I could get like a soul heart out of these poops, that would be great. But then I'd have to... Yeah, I think I'd get an eternal heart. I don't think you can actually get a soul heart. And I think it's important to hit all the poops first in this room before you leave, because I don't think they respawn. Going into the challenge room is kind of deadly. Of course, at the moment, pretty much anything is kind of deadly. Trying to get rid of these flying guys first. Let's see. Getting keys would probably be nice, so we'll take that for a while here to try and encourage some keys. We need at least 2 on this floor. Getting some bombs certainly is nice. It would be kind of nice if there was a secret room here. And since we have the amnesia, let's see if that's the case. Alright. So above us is the challenge room. Yeah, I wish I could run around and shoot that downward really fast. Or shoot it upward really fast. There we go. Great. Black candle may give us a black heart, and at the very least it will remove curses. So now we can see the map. It is possible that getting the black hearts does increase your chances of being cursed on floors. It does seem like I have somehow increased the chances of that happening a rather large amount. I'm gonna take exactly 15 cents and no more. But practically speaking, it's not really a big enough issue to be cursed. I don't think you get double X rooms because you're cursed. If that was one of the things, then that might be a reason to try and avoid curses. But I would imagine I would probably never actively spend money to get the black candle unless I just needed a black heart, which I guess in this case I desperately did need that. You can see my damage is pretty bad. Go ahead and pop that pill. Starting with PhD is great, but we would need to get a lot more pills. Like, ideally, we're looking for a significant number of health ups. So if there was a health up and a health down in the pill pool options, that would be great. But I don't think... I mean, we can blow these up, I guess. Full health. Not bad, but not gonna be very useful. And I think that's about as much as you would want to do. We're still going to need to try and find the super secret room. So having a couple of... I'm gonna just pop this. That way we can try and take out these guys quicker. Since these can be extremely annoying. Plus we've got batteries, so... There we go. That is definitely not a room, though, I want to run through a lot. Do this. Come up here. Run through that. And then immediately take damage. And I really don't have enough keys to take damage. Run towards the chest in that mistake and grab the chest in hopes of that really doing something for us. Yeah. Low health is only going to get worse as an idea the further we go down. So we kind of need a really, really good starter item something that gives you 3 soul hearts or 3 red hearts. Something like lard or liver, which I don't think we've even ever gotten liver. And just starting with such a high level of difficulty on these characters, it's scary to say the least. Whereas for almost all characters, the first floor should be really no challenge at all on normal mode. Probably shouldn't have picked that up after the boss fight, but guess it probably doesn't matter that much either. And this would be a bad room to pull the trigger on, because then I wouldn't be able to use the Book of Belial in the boss fight. It's also a pretty bad room to take damage on. Guess you're fairly safe here now. Seems like this green guy maybe explodes when you kill him. Okay, well, I guess we take Robo Baby and we see if he works. As far as the secret room, I suspect there would be a secret room there. And as far as the super secret room, it kinda seems like it would have to be here. Where could the super secret room be then? I mean, it's not in the shop, so then it would have to be here. Okay. Again, probably not worth it to pick that up now, but whatever. I could pop this pill in the fight also, and we'll see what that does. Okay, that was telepills, which that was the worst outcome, because now we've got to go take them without Book of Belial. Alright. So I think you just have to fight. I don't think Robo Baby is gonna pay off in dividends here. Like, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get Robo Baby to line up on occasion, but more often than not, I think you're going to have him just ending up in a corner, since he moves where you shoot. And with this level of how he works, it's frankly probably better to, or it would have been nicer if he did a lot more damage. Maybe my damage up will include his damage up. Yeah, and in this case, we definitely want to just find the boss room as quickly as possible. Okay. It's questionable whether it's worth it to play it safe. And notice how he's just not even hitting the target. Right. Yeah, I'm clearly doing way more damage than the little Robo Baby is. So he might be occasionally helpful, but I don't think overall he's really worth trying for, or trying to use. There we go. Start with HP up. Really don't have health to take a deal with the devil, but I guess we'll see if we can pull this off. But if he gives me the head of Krampus, now you're in a weird position. A stronger, more better item, but takes more charge. So, fairly difficult decision there. Yeah, at this point, it's probably fun to just take this. Because if you were going to get Humbling Bundle, it would have to basically be a 7-cent sale to get Humbling Bundle. Then it would make sense to go back and pick it up later. Or Counterfeit Coin, I suppose, would be another option that you could consider as a possibility. We want bombs, obviously. Taking dumb damage. It's a little surprising that you can't get a pedestal item of the dollar. Kind of feels like you would more often have a desire that could show up. Like that there would be a lot less gambling in the arcade if you could occasionally get the dollar. But maybe that's a bad thing also. So we're going in here, whether that was a smart move or not. And I guess we take this, and then we take this, because that's the smarter idea. And we have a ton of soul hearts, so I think we probably don't want to go into the sacrifice room or the cursed room. And they basically needed to put the word cursed just over the door so that me personally, and maybe nobody else, wouldn't confuse the two. Alright. We probably have a higher chance of these characters because of the Book of Belial. If I could get kind of a pattern where I was going up and down in opposite directions. Seriously? And he doesn't knock coins, does he? Wow. I'm surprised I got that. Seems like they may have increased the hitbox on coins in development to make sure you could always touch them even if they were landing on the spikes. But there definitely are also scenarios where there's multiple spikes and you totally can't hit it without taking damage. I wouldn't really mind getting these guys to shoot and blow up mushrooms. But also, I think I'd just like to be done. Let's go this way. Wow, this is a interesting floor. You basically would need flying and a bomb, or you Stompy, I guess, could get you through all of these. The ladder also could get you through this room. I'm not sure we've seen this room, and that is weird that we are this far away from into Rebirth and we're seeing new content. Or in all fairness, it might be more of a case of I have seen something slightly like that and just not paid it any attention because it didn't have a lot of items in the middle. Or also maybe I've just forgotten and have seen a room like that before. There we go. Some bombs, a pill, and coins. Is there a decent chance that the secret room is here? Yeah, so let's test it. And then in we go. Alright, Soul Converter could get us a red heart, otherwise we could spend 5 cents on a bomb and a soul heart. And if we were to get the Soul Converter, it would be kind of an expensive trade. If we had a ridiculous amount of money, we'd take this just for 5 bombs for 15 cents. We're looking for the item room. We're in a bad position. We want safety. Since I never have really figured out what Liberty Cap does, it seems to drastically just change your size based on what room you walk into. I've never been really hot on it, so I would trade it. Oh, this is just another example of the Robo Baby not being useful. It's just not shooting at the spiders at all. Alright, well, we've got to go through here and amnesia, thanks. Here we go. Couple soul hearts. Guppy's tail. I think you take it. Does Guppy's tail prevent you from taking damage in the cursed room? I mean, because it kind of wraps around you as if it is some kind of protective device. Never really checked that. You do know that flying stops you from taking damage in a curse room. Oh, I am trapped. Getting the guppy, very desirable. Also very unlikely to happen on this floor. Let's go in here. Bucket of Lard is HP up. And damage up. Alright, so we are at like 1-hit kills now on these weak guys. So as long as I don't sacrifice a lot of my health and at some point start leaning towards more deals with the angel, which I think it makes a lot of sense to do that, we are potentially going to be fine. Guess we'll try this and hopefully get a bomb back. No, but we did get coins. And then if I was to blow up this, I'm not sure if I could hit that and this at the same time. And I can't get that coin. Did we go everywhere and search everything over here? Okay, here's our experiment. Nope, we totally take damage. So, unless we don't take damage on the way out, which we did, that would have been our only possibility. I don't think there's any red hearts lying on the floor anywhere, which obviously we would want to get some of that. Trying to find the shop, I guess. Super secret room, also of interest. Right, so we went in here, and then that got us into the shop through here, and we could buy a red heart for 3 cents and another key. Hopefully we don't end up regretting that. Super secret room could be up there. Yeah, you would have to just assume it is here. And then we've got pills. Health up. Health up. Telepills. Luck down. Full health. And I found pills. So, we do have the PhD, right? No, that was a previous run. So we've just gotten really good pills for no reason. But yeah, now we are in a very good position. It's only for the love of Guppy, I suppose, at this point that you would take more deals with the devil. But that is a good reason to take deals with the devil. I suppose we could still also easily trade like 1 heart for... That was weird. The door was open until I moved. Yeah, we could trade 1 red heart for a dark bomb. That almost certainly would work better for you. Alright, this is a decent place to pop the tower. And then we'll take a bomb. And then we're looking for deals with the devil, so we ideally want to find the boss room, which I think probably is this way. The little Robo Baby doesn't seem like he does damage by touching enemies. I think you would be better with something like Little Haunt than the Robo Baby. But, yeah, I guess he's not terrible. If there was a baby beggar, which I don't think they ever introduced that concept there. Alright, so question is, at our max damage, does this laser, does Tech 5 hurt us or reduce our shot speed? It kind of feels like it reduced the shot speed. But now we've got like dual lasers happening here. I am going to take this and this and this and this. And I'm going to leave these coins on the floor, potentially for a Jera, potentially for a dice room to reroll all the items on the floor into something more interesting than a single penny. Yeah, I guess the boss room might be this way. Did we get everything? Hierophant. Great. 2 soul hearts. I'm going to take them now for protection. And yeah, we could come back here and we could try for pills and blood bags after the boss fight, but let's take the boss fight first. This isn't Catacombs. It is Catacombs 2. It's Mom's Foot. We don't have a choice. We've got to gamble now. Pills. Give me HP up pills. Actually, before I waste all my coins, let's go and find the shop. No, we already did the shop, didn't we? I guess we should just go and investigate the rest of the floor. See if we can find the cursed room, which I think with Guppy's Tail, you probably increase your odds of cursed rooms. So we will probably see one. And that'll take half a heart of damage and we'll teleport out once we're in there. If we put a bomb here, do we hit all 3 of these? Yes, we do. That's kind of an odd layout. This makes me think that the secret room is here. Take some bombs. Yeah, we basically have to have a super secret room unlock that. Wow, that was just like a one-hit kill. They gave us a bunch of pills or something. And like shot modifiers at this point would be about the only thing I would expect to see. Yeah, these guys, like, put them directly on them and they still are not really doing any damage. He has to basically be above him shooting downward. Okay, super secret room. Possibility here. In this, we've got a better thing to gamble with for soul hearts. Ideally, we get maybe 1 good trinket and 3 soul hearts from this machine. Then we run further. We don't have to run as far back to get the rest of the coins and use the blood bank. Yeah. But yeah, we definitely want soul hearts first and foremost. So we'll take these coins. We picked up everything here. And we'll take all of these coins. Oh, I should have picked up these coins. I don't think it's worth a bomb. Well, that got me another coin. And that got me the 2 soul hearts I wanted. Which now puts us in a better position to just gamble with the machine over here. I suppose what we want to find out is if there are other pills that could help us. If getting the dollar bill would be very nice. And we hit that, and then you immediately start with that, which, yeah, we gotta risk, I think, a lot here. We're pretty much looking for a full health pill. There we go. We'll set up our laser guy to potentially kill any flies. And that way we can just use the left stick. This guy can give us hearts, and he can give us Skatol, and he can give us bombs and keys. And since we've got really nothing else to do, I think we take it for all it's worth. And then we can blow up this guy if he doesn't blow up himself. We can also use the blood bag to give ourselves a couple more hearts. A couple more coins. It is very questionable whether this is a legitimate shell game, which is kind of an oxymoron to say in anyways, but he dropped a troll bomb on top of a troll bomb. It may very well have nothing to do with which side you pick, whether or not you win. In a video game form, that would make a lot of sense. Alright, so here we are. And now we can go in here. range down pill. It might have been better to try and save that for the Mom's Foot fight, but I think that's gonna work fine either way. We've got the head of Krampus and we've got massive damage. So we just have to be fairly careful. Yeah. We really should get rid of the Touch Fuzzy, get dizzy item. Which, yeah, it would be nice if there was a trinket bagger. I don't know if they ever added that in any of the DLC. Yeah, that's basically what we're looking for here, is a card and a... there you go. A card and 1 soul heart and maybe full health. Okay. That should work. And, oh, this was not the level I thought it was. Well, then we'll just kill off these guys and hope we hadn't taken damage, but obviously we had taken damage. Tears and shot speed up is nice. Had I been smarter and finally figured out what floor I was on, I could have gone in there before I had taken damage and probably gotten to deal with the devil. Which I thought I was on Necropolis, and obviously I was not. Yeah, we are pretty much one hit killing these guys. And the laser, I think, does go through the Scold protected characters well enough that you don't have to get behind them to do damage. There we go. And if we get to a shop, we can buy an item. We, again, should be just looking for the boss first. Darn it. Okay. Interesting. We kind of know where the boss is. I don't know what item I have that would have done that. Like, the sun may have done that, but I haven't used the sun. Did the Halo do that? There we go. Now we have guaranteed deals with the devil, or maybe deals with Angel this run. Should still be nice. There's no reason to even pick up. Yeah, what happened there? How did I all of a sudden miss the map? Like, it feels like the game straight up just lied to me as far as the map, because it's not showing anything now. Is the game just glitching in some weird way? If I put a bomb here, is that big enough to hit the rock? Yes. Is it big enough to blow this up? No, but I don't think you could have ever done that anyways. Maybe there is a luck factor that I don't understand. I'm just gonna let these guys die that way. Seriously? Ridiculous. That's not worth the time. Just do it that way. Yeah, maybe there's a straight up luck factor where you totally just end up getting information on the map at random intervals. Okay, it does seem like the secret room is there. Come on. Quit hitting me. Alright. Put a bomb there. We'll take the counterfeit wealth and we'll go up higher. Okay, here we go. Mask of Infamy. Can we do the heart and eliminate the heart first and then use this to kill that? Yes. Our speed's up. We are 1 guppy item in. So, yeah. You take this. You take this. You then pop this, pop this, pop this. And just pop this and trade it back. Now we're 2 guppies items in. And we kind of don't have a use for the sun card now, so we should probably lose it fairly quickly. Coin wise, we have a shop, which will take extra pill room, and that has turned the card into 2 blue cards, and it's enough bombs to blow this up. I'll just walk out of there, and I think our odds of getting anything else as far as money increasing items is probably pretty low, so well, you should just pick up all the coins on the floor, if there are any coins on the floor. That is speed up, so we immediately get 2 speed ups. That worked well. I don't think we take mysterious candy / laxative. We didn't find the super secret room yet, but whatever, we'll get to it. We could try and blow up skulls for like Dark Souls, but Black Hearts, I guess would be the right term. It probably is cheaper and easier simply to just go buy a 5-cent soul heart on the shop, or maybe even play it a little fast and loose and not do anything. You could try to blow up this and that might get 3, but that's about as much as I think it would get. Got plenty of bombs, plenty of keys. So then the question is D10 rerolling enemies. Yeah, it's not worth even taking. We'll just, we touched it, it's out of the item pool, but it's just not an item really worth it. Let's go ahead and check these 2 rooms down here first in case we get like a telepill. Rerolling enemies also not going to really play a major role when you have just such a high damage. We are very early into the game to be at max damage, and our range is high, so really we are just looking for speed and shot speed improvements. Or modifiers to our shots. Like there could definitely be some craziness that could happen as far as what our build does. I think it is worth it to go check out the curse room. If we could get Guppy, that'd be nice. Nope, but it did give us 2 black hearts, which that works. So I think for just time saving sake, we will take the soul heart now. And then, yeah, the super secret room feels like it would be here. And yeah, 1 coin for another pill, which is a full health pill, which won't help us, but we've already identified it. We can blow up these guys, see if we get some coins. I think we already blew up that guy, so then that leaves us with just blowing up this guy. Well, we got a bomb back. Yeah, and unless there was a health up, and then I would want to trade the health up with a Guppy's Paw, there's really no reason to pop the pill. We're getting to Mom's foot on this floor. It's been a long journey, an hour so far, to try to pull this off. You don't really have to worry about taking damage and getting a deal with the devil since we have go ahead. I just am not sure in Mom's foot if you get a deal with the devil anyways. It kind of highlights how easy it would be to miss out on Angel Rooms and Mega Satan runs. Yeah. So if I was just going to try and heavily... So we've got to pop this in the next room. Next room with enemies, that is. Speed down. Luck down. Darn it. Speed down, luck down. We might as well take them both in case we get a PhD. Yeah. Alright, 7 cents to increase our coinage. 5 cents for a pill. No PhD, unfortunately. That would be what we would really like to see. Yeah, I could definitely see it becoming fairly frustrating if I was just doing runs to beat Mega Satan. And that is the very late game element of Isaac that I think kind of falls apart. Once you've played enough, once you've kind of exhausted yourself, going for the lost, going for Mega Satan, potentially spending 3 hours doing runs is just a little too demanding, with no guarantee of success. Just check if super secret room is here. Check if super secret room is here. Darn it. That pretty much means it could be anywhere. I think maybe here. I found pills. I found pills. Telepills. speed down, and full health. Luck down. Full health. I hate when it puts something on the screen like that. Is there a soul heart sitting on the screen somewhere? It's maybe in the next room. Yeah. We left it. Just 2 coins. That was an incredibly simple room. We have 1 bomb potentially to look for a secret room. So we'll have to be careful in considering what we want to do with that. Come on, troll bomb. Alright, now we have the red attack fly. I think it's probably just worth it to just fight these guys. It's so not an issue. Yeah, I could have used telepills to get out of there. Theoretically, I guess that means I could use telepills to yeah, so here, yeah, I guess I could use them to... So, secret room can't be here. It's gotta be down here. To get out of the cursed room. There we go. I think this is yet another damage up item. Yeah, odd mushroom. And 1 red heart increase. Which, at a certain point, I guess I should go get the full health. If that's the way that's gonna play. Yeah, we'll use the full health. Odds are incredibly low where you would get a PhD on this floor. So it'd have to be a XL floor, and they would have to have a second shop. Or we would have to get a chest that goes really lucky. And gives us a pedestal item. I guess that would also work. Here we have yet another odd room where we just are not putting anything in the donation machine. And we don't have enough bombs to justify looking for black hearts. So, take the full health now. Since that's not going to help you, take the soul heart now. Go over here. Buy this. Which is that. And then buy this. Which is just I find pills. And then buy this. And we wish we had a little bit more currency to buy a bomb. But that's pretty much it. Question comes down to speed down or speed up. I could get speed up more. Do we want to go to the chest or do we want to go to the lamb? I think we go to the lamb. Like, yeah, I think we go to the lamb. It's not worth it to try and get these pills. One of those is full health. This other one may be HP up, but it's just too risky. And yep, we pop the head of Krampus. And that very well may get us an almost complete easy victory. Alright, so we're going down to the lamb. Can we get Guppy? Speed up. I found pills. Speed up. Speed up. Yeah, all those speed up pills, though, don't really feel like they're very quickly increasing your speed. I think we can beat Mom's Heart here, at least. Very decent possibility to beat the lamb. This is just yet another example of breaking out of your starting issue of health. There you go. And we are now Guppy. And I think at our level, just looking at all these flags we have, there is a real argument to forget about Krampus and stick with Guppy's head. Now if we gotta deal with the devil, we are basically looking for just a demon baby. I'm not sure much of anything else. It's questionable whether it's really worth it to go any further and look at every room, but man, 2 hits and still didn't clean the room out. But yeah, we are getting everything we could ever want. Speed down for range down. What is our range? Telebills. I'll stick with the speed down. This is one of those rooms where you ideally would want to fight it after, right before you fight the boss room, because it's going to give you a ton of flies. Yeah, I would be really hard pressed to see how I would screw up this run. If there's a will, there's a way, I'm sure, but yeah, at this point I think just 2 telepills that have actual use does make sense. I wish I could see my health. We can go ahead and do this though. There's highly unlikely to be anything else to do with your coins. So I found pills, telepills, amnesia, speed down, range down. We're in the womb. I guess we blow up the demon beggar guy. He would do full hearts of damage, and I would mess that up. So let's just use one of our bombs and blow up this guy to start with. And just continue looking for the boss room. This is like a giant floor. Big rooms versus big rooms versus big rooms. Which really is a build now that I would have liked to take on the boss rush. And I guess that's why they introduced Hush and Delirium as potential super strong characters that you can fight later on in the game, so you're not mostly just wasting being overpowered like this. Mega Satan also kind of the same issue, where let's just see if we can use our flies to kill him quickly. Damage and range up, and the modifier. Okay. W Ward of Babylon, Eternal Life. We take this, I think, Guppy's Collar, but I don't think we take anything else. We are, I think, short of having a full 12 health with Soul Hearts, so there is a slight desire to potentially try and find that remaining. Find some more Soul Hearts. With any luck, the super secret room is here. Good. And yeah, we'll take the Broken Ankh, which I guess respawns you as a Zazel. Not 100% certain. It's also really not worth it to blow up rocks, unless we're just gonna look for secret rooms. Right, and then pill-wise, there totally is enough to go for broke here. Luck down pill. Luck down pill. Amnesia pill. Speed down pill. Yeah, it would be really, really nice if we could get PhD. Hey, and we've got the missing poster, which, I mean, I'm not sure we've ever picked it up before, so I'm gonna take it, but then I'm just gonna leave it in favor of the Ankh. The only thing that you really can do with the missing poster, though, is go into a sacrifice room, which I'm not sure you'd even find one at this point in the room, and kill yourself. And killing yourself with just rebirth alone would just give you a puzzle piece to help you figure out how to unlock the Lost, which you can just look it up and know that it is an incredibly difficult thing. And we just have like way too good of a run happening right now to justify pulling that kind of shenanigans. Alright. So there's basically nothing in that room. We can go in this room. We can telepill out. Is there anything else on the floor? Like luck, we don't really care about. Amnesia, we really don't care about. Speed would be probably the only thing we do care about. We found the secret room and super secret room. We've done as much as we can. Let's go. Now we may be very surprised when we get to this next floor, when we see that we actually have only 6 health. No, we have more than 6. We have nearly 8.5. I guess exactly 8.5. So we'll take Blackheart. Guess there's another hand or two that are gonna land. Look down, Amnesia. Secret room very possibly there. Is it worth checking at this moment? Probably not. challenge room, we have too much hearts. So, maybe another deal with the devil. Alright, super secret room. Probably here. We can't take that deal. Although normally you might consider it and just not fighting Mom's Heart. The whole point of doing this run was to beat Mom's Heart on hard. But yeah, theoretically. Yeah, secret room very possibly there. Let's go this way. Yeah, and getting a few more coins. Not useful. And I don't think these guys ever give you anything other than coins or spiders. Like, it'd be nice if you did something that opened up a small possibility of soul hearts. But then it's not like everything needs to be everything to everything else. We don't have to have the slot machines pay out in every single item that possibly exists, and on top of the blood machine potentially being able to pay out on every type of item, because that really de-differentiates the items and how they would interact and work. I suppose I could go... I could hit myself here and go into the challenge room. So, hoping that this challenge room was worth that. Which maybe it will be. I'll just go ahead and clean out the floor first before we hit that final red chest, just in case it decides to teleport us once again to the Satan room. We are going downward, so that would be the right direction. But we want to beat Mom's Heart. Right, speed down, telepills. So 2 telepills again. And here we don't need to waste keys, so we'll do that. And yeah, if we could just find 2 more soul hearts, we would be at max. Take this, take that. Are there any more poops? Let's go in here. See if this does anything of interest. That was worth it. Then we'll telepill out. This is a strange floor layout because we've found the boss room already. So you really would have had to gone out of your way to fight these other guys. But they are rewarding you handsomely for going out of your way. So there's really no room for complaint. We already found the secret room and super secret room, and this is just a Utero 2. It's not an extra large floor. Is our little baby Robo character doing more damage now? Maybe maybe his damage is at the maximum too. It does feel like he is more useful than he was before, although he's still fairly useless. Basically feels like we are doing the chest before we've even been given the opportunity to do the chest. Yeah. And that blew up, so just blow that up too, in case there was something there. And let's see, we might as well take a pill. Amnesia is probably not the one we want to take. We'll take luck down. Yeah, and again, getting PhD at this point is probably insane. Luck down, though, can be replaced with speed down, because I'd much prefer to turn a speed down into a speed up than increase my luck at this level when luck is probably not going to play a significant role. Right. We've now unlocked Shadow Baby. And, you know, we'll go down. And we'll go down. It kind of sucks, though, that the only thing that potentially happens now is we maybe beat Satan and the Lamb, and heck, maybe even Mega Satan if we can get past the door, and we get completion marks, and maybe getting a red completion mark for each of those things in overall in the save file unlocks something of interest, but otherwise it's probably not going to do much of anything. And it is questionable whether or not you would have to just redo those accomplishments once you have the Afterbirth DLC, where items will be connected towards unlocking, towards getting the hard completion marks. We might also be at a point now where there's a decent chance we'll start losing flies instead of gaining flies. And so that is a slight concern. We have enough bombs to go around. And I wish I could see the map, but I guess we'll figure this out. Full health is probably not going to be useful, but also we're not going to get a PhD at this rate, so let's see if this is a tinted rock. That does look like an oddly dark rock. I guess that was a no. Also unlikely to get damage equals power. There was another case of the game kind of slowing down and staggering. Maybe an argument to have gone back through the secret room down to this point. So I guess it's downward. Come on, come on, come on. That's a really deadly room. It's gonna be crazy if getting the Guppy's collar and an extra life potentially actually does like save the day, or getting the broken Ankh saves the day. Maybe not trinket items, but it would be interesting, I guess, if there was a pedestal item that lets you change into a different character. Maybe a new dice item. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm gonna, once again, just stick with 2 telepills. But that would add a level of variety, certainly, to Isaac, where you could specifically say, oh, well, I'm not doing well, or in more cases, usually it would be you're doing very well for a character that you've already managed to. Darn it. Should have blown these up first. I thought maybe there would have been a troll bomb in that. Yeah. In most cases, it would be a scenario where you are doing really well, but you've already gotten all the completion marks with a character, and you could just re-roll into that other character. Maybe at a very high expense. Maybe it requires 99 cents or 99 bombs. Something that happens a lot, but not always. But I suppose that would also give you kind of a great excuse. With Amnesia, is it really worth it to clear the entire floor? We could look for skulls. I guess the answer to that question was yes. Yeah, we're basically getting a chest in every single room we do. Okay. I think we've already found the secret room. It's kind of hard to remember. So then it really is just going to be more of a question about the super secret room. Which, if that one goes down, it would be here. And yeah, that's not a trinket worth trading. It is totally possible that there are some pills on the floor, but I'm just gonna leave them. We're good on bombs also. Flies. Probably could have had more flies. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. That showed up way earlier than I thought it was going to. I thought you put the bomb 4 seconds after the that was kind of deadly. You have to point that out. That was kind of deadly. We're now looking for black hearts and soul hearts in the next floor. And if it were to give me Dad's key, I guess, and we could try and take out Mega Satan. We have also Curse of Darkness, and I would really love just a Curse Immunity. Black Candle. Okay. The only place to pull it is here, so we opened Pandora's box in a dark place and it gave us nothing. I guess maybe I should have found a secret room and taken it that direction. That may have been also what needed to happen. These guys are barely even making any sounds. Yeah, I don't know if I just got a really unlucky Pandora's box there. Because I think Pandora's box always gives you soul hearts. And maybe in a dark place you can't get soul hearts. I thought it killed him, but apparently not so much. Might as well just take the coins. might as well clear out this fight. Yeah, we had 2 full heart damage. Actually, half heart damage, I suspect. This may be a situation where we aren't going to have that many flies, and we just need to hope for a victory. Like, there's still a very high chance of victory. It's just we could get into that lamb fight and it could get really hairy. I guess we might come back and get that. I'm just gonna see if there's a secret room here. See if there's a secret room here. Okay. Darn it. Check if the secret room is here. Take that speed up. Check if the secret room is here. Nope. Rosary, faith up. Well, that was nice. That increases our odds of success by a decent amount. Guess we'll go this direction next. And this direction. Take on giant masses of people. I'm going a little quiet here, but I think I can be probably forgiven for that, considering how it'd be very nice to actually win. We'll touch the Bible, but there's really no use for it. This might be a room where we get a bunch of flies back. Didn't seem like as many flies as I thought I would get. Troll bombs, seriously? Okay. This is where the decisions are going to get difficult. We can't really find the secret room or super secret room. We could teleport out. We've got probably as much health as we're going to get. I think now is the time to just take on the lamb. And then we'll try and clean up the room after that fact, but for starters. There we go. So I assume that gives you the completion mark. You don't have to jump into the chest. So now we can just look for, I guess, Dad's key, and maybe fight Mega Satan. That would be, I suspect, the only other thing as far as actual progress that could happen. Otherwise, we are mostly just goofing off. Did we check over here? It definitely seems like we did. I mean, seriously, how many times are you going to throw the adversary at me? Like, feels like we fought them 2 or 3 times. Let's see, put a bomb here. I guess that is a question worth asking. Is the super secret room here? No. It would be fairly insane for me to try and pop and use a full health in the middle of a fight with Mega Satan to recover basically one heart. We can try the telepills to get us into Mega Satan. I don't think that actually works ever, but there's really no reason not to try. I will say one thing I think that greed mode and greedier mode adds is having the donation machine show up right after you beat the boss always. It'd be very nice to be able to dump the 75 cents into the donation machine, or at least until it jammed in this run, if I was actually putting money into the donation machine. Normally speaking, though, you wouldn't do that. And I think we've proven that Guppy's head is better than Krampus's head. Because that one room recharge of giving you pills, of giving you flies, not pills, has really paid off. We have enough things to look for the super secret room. So, and we've already found the secret room. What could possibly be in the super secret room? Pretty much nothing. Let's see. Yeah, one black heart is all it contains. Then we can touch this and take this. And then we can see if Telepills gets us to Mega Satan, which it doesn't. Then we can say hold on to 2 full healths. And unless there was another Telepills, which there is, we could try that. But yeah, at this level, the only thing we haven't completed on hard mode combined between multiple characters would be beating a speed run on hard mode, a boss rush, and beating Mega Satan on hard mode. So, yeah, unless it was an idea that you had to have one character do everything on hard mode, which, yeah, it wouldn't be too hard to get Isaac to go on hard mode and beat the Lamb. You just have to have one good run. Speaking of that, I suppose we are still trying to boss rush, so let's try one. We're probably going to end in failure, like we have every other time trying this. Just trying to move as fast as possible through these floors. Well, also I guess gaining as much and taking as little damage. It's very possible, though, in these one last runs, we'll just try a boss rush with Isaac over and over again and still never even really get into the boss rush. Which really just kind of highlights that the high level of difficulty and kind of a difficulty spike that boss rush is compared to the normal way I've been able to accomplish everything else in Isaac, which is just by playing slow and steady and being careful and getting lucky. It could be annoying to some players, I think, also to really so blatantly realize that a lot of your success in Isaac is luck-based. A lot of it's skill-based too, but even the best players are going to have bad runs with bad items, and either they're going to have the knowledge to reset or give up on that run, or try and struggle through it regardless. But they may very well fail. Let's see. If I wasn't boss rushing, I'd run back to the sacrifice room and get that heart. Or I would have picked up the heart. Yeah, that was a bad run anyways, because I was on the entire other side of the map and would have had to run back to get the item. It's kind of crazy to not pick up the item. I could definitely see a case of just hitting the R key until you're in a room that is directly connected to the item room, and with Isaac, and then you go into that room, decide whether you're going to keep it or not, and then re-roll if you're not going to keep it. This is so incredibly slow, though. I kind of feel like the speed indicator bar is just not programmed right. It felt like my speed was fairly high, and I got a lot of speed ups, and yet that bar did not seem to go up, whereas damage bar obviously goes up. So if it were a case that this was just telling you your starting stats, and you could always show the starting stats by just having a different color in your depiction, and you could easily show if there is some kind of damage cap. That's also an issue. Wow. Talk about just the best items. If I can avoid taking damage. That was not the secret room. Interesting. I wonder if the secret room goes into the cursed room. This is like a really good start, but without some health support. We've gotten the guillotine before. Let's take that and re-roll it. Speed up and rage building. It's not a bad idea. Is there more reason to look at this room? No. We're trying to boss rush here. So let's just take on the boss. Actually, that may have been a speed down, and that may actually wreck this run. This might very well be a case where, had I just known what the item did, I would have known it would have been a speed down and not taken it and re-rolled. There we go. First floor deal with the Dale. Should have happened, but it didn't. Interesting. So even Goat Head on the first floor does not give you a deal with the devil, deal with the angel. Or maybe I just took so much damage it didn't matter. And there I took an HP up. And I hope that was the right move. Puberty seems like it slowed me down even more. The rage building effect can be helpful, but in the longer run it's not really a desirable way to play. These are all gonna explode in your face. This game, this run seems to want to really explode you. This way, this way. Reusable evil. Start with that, and then re-roll it, and it's probably not the best item, so we'll see if we can maybe get some charges. Interesting, just a pure black spider. I feel like the texture didn't load in. So I guess if I found the super secret room, then maybe it could have batteries in it, maybe it could have red hearts in it. Yeah, black heart. It's probably about as best as we're gonna get. Let's just run back to the shop and get the other one item. Yep, still boss rushing. Although boss rushing, moving at an incredibly slow speed, that probably means we can't succeed, even if we wanted to. Like, this movement speed would have to be fairly quickly adjusted. Did not realize he had a brimstone. So he's just luring you in at an angle. There you go. Regeneration and HP up. And I'm hoping for lump of coal because I won't have enough charges. For a reroll and there we go. Down we go. So we'd still want more modifications to increase damage. Like, we are not in a very high damage situation yet. don't think it's really worth it to not just pick up the hearts as soon as possible. I wasn't expecting to get hit in the back by the poops, and I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. That seems fairly obvious that's what would happen. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. It's not worth it to pop the poops. Let's pop that. Range down. That sucks. I was hoping that would be balls of steel. Let's go down this way. Now we have Are You a Wizard, which that's gonna be awkward. D10 reroll enemies. That 2 is not going to be useful. I think that in later DLC there might be a thing where if you get like the D4, the D10, and the D6 all in one run, you might have an increased chance of unlocking yet another dice. Maybe not. I know there are other dices, but they very possibly are unlocked a different way. I don't think there's a specific transformation or anything that happens for getting a bunch of the dice, because they're too rare of items. It's really not very likely that you would even get more than 2 of them in a run. And they don't synergize with each other, where it would feel like they should. Come on, super secret room. Well, we're out of bombs. Did we find the item room? Yes, we did, so there's nothing more to do than try and get charges. We have a Joker card, and this is an XL floor, so if we don't get deals with the devil in either room, we should consider using the Joker card. Yeah, this seems just really slow. Damage is fairly high. Not bad, but we're relying on our rage building element. There we go. Take that. Take that. Is there anything else worth taking? Yeah, we gotta go back and re-roll, so we need to go fight one more room. And then we'll leave this floor. Or at least I think we should do it that way. Of course, we are also very possibly just setting ourselves up for failure. Hey, anybody want to drop some explosives in front of that wall? he was my last hope. Unless we get something that gives us bombs. Alright. It's not terrible, but that doesn't get us into that room, which is fine. Let's just run. Run as fast as our slow movement speed lets us. I don't know if we have goat head or not, so, but it's probably better to just straight up pop the Joker. Take Soul Heart. Take this. Pop this. It's a battery. Take this. And take this. Pop this. Do this. Take this. Reroll. Take that. And take that. Now we have a mom's knife set up. And yeah. That could help us considerably. If I can really convince myself to play with mom's knife right and not end up dying. Oh man, this is gonna just take too long. It's just easier to let them attack. Hard and heart. And into the next room we go. I forgot that they attacked you with the explosive shots. Alright, well I think that's good enough. So yeah, almost certainly weren't going to make that boss rush just because the character is moving too slow. I still am thinking that Eden runs towards boss rush are potentially the smartest move because you just have a chance of starting off with a higher speed. Magdalene runs obviously and not the choice. Yeah. Next time we'll do one last run with Blue Baby just because it's the next one on the list. There's a good chance that we'll spend 2 hours just trying and not succeeding. Maybe I'll even play a little bit off screen after next recording and start the Eve run showing that I actually made it to Mom's Heart. There's no expectation at all to get any further on hard mode with Blue Baby than that. And then we have Eve and Samson and Azazel, Lazarus, and Eden, which leaves us about 5 more episodes. We are still unlocking one thing per episode by beating Mom's Heart on hard, and they are just co-optional bosses. We have killed Mom 50 times now. That hasn't unlocked anything. We're about to hit our 125th death. We have 148 secrets, so we're going to be over 150, which leaves you only 28 other secrets to get, and we know 6 of those at least are the lost, probably more. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if 8 of them are. As far as items, we still have a few items that we've just never really picked up. A couple of them, and then there are just some items that would have to be unlocked through boss rushing the different characters, and so we'll never unlock those, or not currently in this version of the game. Maybe in the DLC we'll get it. I could certainly come back a year from now even and play Afterbirth DLC and find it not as intriguing as one might think, just because the level of progress might be pretty low. Our save file has not changed any. The only other things, as far as maybe getting all the completion marks on hard would do something, but I don't think it would. We did break our terrible losing streak though. We were at like a -14 win streak, and now we're down to a -1, so that's nice at least. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.